What's going on, y'all? Grind Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today we got your girl Lolo Jones back in the news again because she's making the same complaints that she was just a few months ago and maybe a few years ago. I can't find a husband. I don't have no family, and I'm sad about it. And I think that this is nobody's fault, to be honest, but her own. I'd hate to say it and hate to sound mean, but it's kind of over, homie. Like, you don't waited too long and been too picky and all this kind of stuff. But we'll go ahead and get into this video and I'll share my thoughts. Of course, I would love for y'all to share y'all's. Let's get it.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
So y'all heard that right there, man. And there was more to the video. She's actually going through the egg freezing process, but the song might be copyrighted, so I don't even want to play around. YouTube, just anything they can find, they just try to get you. But anyway, man, it's a little excerpt right here from the Yahoo article, and it says, quote, "Terrified 15 days before I turned 40, she wrote in her Instagram caption, "Nothing has scared me more than feeling like I'm running out of time to have a family. I originally wanted to freeze my eggs when I was in my early 30s. I just kept thinking I will meet my husband and things will all work out. Well, here I am almost 10 years later, and it hasn't." So that means you were kind of way too picky. I mean, you shouldn't just be out here settling, but at the same time, what kind of man are you expecting? Are you expecting a man who makes 7 figures, he's 6 foot 6 inches, all these type of things? Like, what are we doing? And then it says, in order to quell her anxiety around having kids, she started the process with Frame Fertility. The celebrity Big Brother contestant learned that she had great egg reserve and that she can now start the egg freezing process. I mean, hey, let's go. She then states, "I want to encourage women to check into this earlier. Not every woman is the same. You can be 35 years old and have the egg count of someone who is 25, or you can be 25 years old and already losing your eggs at a high rate." She continued, "If you know you want to start a family but just can't do it now, maybe for career reasons, or you don't have a husband looking at freezing your eggs." I mean, from what I hear, freezing your eggs is an expensive process. But I mean, I guess if you can do it, I say just, be able to have some balance in your life. Just because you have a career doesn't mean you can't have a career and have a boyfriend who's a solid individual. I mean, you just gotta, I guess, vet better or pick them in the right spots. If you're picking people in the bars or you're picking people at parties, you're going to probably find an F-boy. You better find somebody, I guess, at school in your particular field or something like that. Or I don't know. Those are the best places. Maybe you find them not at the gym. I don't know. You got to find them at the right places. That's kind of normally where you find the good ones. If you find somebody at a bad place, you're going to have a bad one. But that's just my thoughts on it. Just find you something instead of playing around out here in these streets. That's all I got to say about it. I'm not saying that she was playing around. She was just being way too picky, playing around in a different way. At least she wasn't thotting around, but she was playing around in a different way. Let's go. So what do you guys' thoughts on Lolo Jones? Are you sad for her? Or are you like, man, you played around, you was waiting around, hell you thought was gonna happen? What do you guys think are her real life options, to eventually have some success with finding a husband and finding a family? There are obviously other issues besides her just playing around and being a picky person. I don't think that you go so many years, she's not the ugliest lady, so that means that there's probably some mental issues, or she's probably a challenging person to be around for an extended period of time. So there's that. But then I guess when you also think about it realistically, like, she's freezing her eggs now, but once you find that husband in another 10 years, because it seems like you way too picky and just way too uncooperative to be with, that are you going to even be able to carry the kid? So you're going to have to get a surrogate, and I don't know what man is gonna really want to deal with you. I mean, I don't know, you're that old without nobody, and you ain't got no type of experience on the bedroom, so you ain't got that, you don't have that kind of sex appeal that a lot of women have. You just seem kind of square and athletic, and that's awesome. Those are some cool things. Just a nice clean cut girl with an athleticism, but I mean, that's kind of all. I mean, you ain't an ugly lady, but hey, I mean, as far as her options, I think you're going to have to go and get you a Saudi prince who wants a virgin or something like that if you really want to keep it real out here in these streets, man. That's the only folks I can think, or some Mormon joker that's like, oh, yeah, I want to take on in there. You know, it's not like you're kind of white adjacent anyway. I heard you said some things about how, your dad or something, you don't really know you're black. I don't know what you were saying, but it was weird. And, now you're stuck like Chuck. So, I mean, you can go out there and get somebody like that. What happened to Russell Wilson? I thought she was getting cold to Russell Wilson at like an award show or something like that. He was a perfect square for you. But you came and messed up the money again. Or maybe I'm wrong and they just was, just talking and being friendly at the award show, man. But that would have been a perfect couple right there, man. But then you let them get snatched up by that Thought Sierra because she had that SES appeal that you didn't have. And Russell was like, whoa, I want some of that. No, that looks good. She's twerking. Do you know how to twerk, Lolo? And then Lolo came up and was like, I can run in a straight line. And Russell was like, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. But, that was a perfect one. Lost out on that, man. And there are obviously more problems than you just being a piggy woman. I think that, there's something wrong with you, man. There's something wrong with you. And a lot of men out here in these streets ain't going to wait around because you want to get married. Nobody's going to marry you in 2 days. Nobody's going to marry you in 3 months. Nobody's going to marry you in 6 months. A fool might marry you in a year. But that is kind of unrealistic. Like I said, you're going to have to find somebody who's on some weird arranged marriages type stuff over there in Saudi Arabia, one of them Arabian places, something like that. But otherwise, it ain't looking too great. But man, y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation, of course. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching as usual. Really appreciate all y'all supporting through these times. And I will see y'all next time.